LEGO Mixels was definitely one of the best LEGO franchises there were. These were the absolute world to me. But sadly, the promotion didn't work too well in the last year, causing them to be discontinued. I would do anything just to have one more wave of these. These were about $5, £3, depending on where you are. And I'm getting properly impatient waiting for another wave, so today, I'm making my own. Today I'm going to be making this Mixel called Turg. He was my first Mixel, so I might as well make him first. We begin by rolling a big ball of clay until it's the right size. And once that's done, we begin flattening it out to make it the right shape. I'm wanting to make it look a bit more horrifying than usual, but still keeping the design from the original Mixel. And then once we've gotten the perfect shape, we begin carving into the model to make its mouth. We begin by digging into the clay so we can create the shape for the mouth, and then sort of smoothing it with our finger. Once we've done all that, we begin adjusting the model to get the perfect shape. This is the first time doing clay on my channel, so if you will, like and subscribe for more, please. Our goal is to get to 30 subscribers in a month today. And now we roll some lines and stick it onto the model to make some wrinkles. Whilst we're at this, I also try smoothing it out with a brush type thing, but then give up on that and use a ball. I wanted to create the effect of the skin being stretched, and I think this achieved that very well. So after adding 2 more lines for the wrinkles to make the mouth look like it's being pushed beyond its limits, I think we're going to be smoothing it out with the ball again. We also want to plan ahead for where the eye's going to be, so we added a wrinkle just there. Use the ball to once again smooth it out, and once that's done, it's all perfect. All we need to do is mould the body more to make it look like the eye's going to go there. As you can see, I'm very professional and good at commentating. It looks really smooth and satisfying to do this. After all that's done, we just touch up on all the details, make it look a lot more smooth and all that. And to make the mouth look smoother and bigger, we just use this ball to mould it. And now we're onto the teeth. This is by far the easiest part, and I have yellow fingers, which creates the perfect rotting effect for the teeth. I was going to make the tip very flat, but I think it looks a lot more scary, sharp. Once that tooth's done, we move on to the other 3. In the end, I only used 3 of the teeth because I needed room to add the tongue. I also thought it would look a lot cooler if I added dents in the teeth, just to indicate that he didn't brush very well, or at all even. After washing my hands and getting all the yellow off, we move on to the eye. After achieving a perfect ball, we flatten it using the ball in our fingers. And just test if it fits well, and it does. As you can see, we created the perfect ball, and this is where the eye's going to be. Would you say this is the head, or would you say his entire body's the head? After I turned this into a cube, I realised this was way too big, so I took that off and chopped it in half. As you can see, this works a lot better, and now the eye will fit perfectly. So then we get out the stylus ball, I don't know what to call it, and then we start smoothing that out again. Lots of this is just smoothing out. And then once that's all done, we don't do right where the eye is going to be, but Sap can just cover that up. And of course, we're going to be adding more wrinkles to make it look a bit more lifelike. We'll use one on the bottom, two on the sides, and an eyelid. And we're going to be making the eyelid grey to make it accurate to the original Mixel. And instead of giving the eye that tired look the original Mixel has, we're going to make him look a lot more angry. Nearer the end, we're going to be using some toothpicks and paint to put on the eye. Otherwise the pupil and all that will just stick out because I'd be using clay and I don't want that. We carry on smoothing out the eye and the wrinkles, and an up close shot will be used so you can see what's going on. I also add some spikes in the back. This kind of made him look a lot more vicious. We once again smooth it on to make it more stable and just look a lot better. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, I kind of wanted to create the rib cage sticking out of his body because why not? If we want to do this, the ball creates the perfect effect because it makes it look like it's pressing against the skin. And now we move on to the arm. I didn't really know what to do here, but in the end I decided to give him muscle because I felt like it, but not in the other arm for whatever reason. As you can clearly see, his hand is just like one ginormous nail. I mean, what else would it be? After making sure the arm was stable, I decided to make veins pop out. I really regret this, it looks a lot more scary. By doing this, it creates the vicious effect I was looking for, and up close you can see the veins properly. And here the nail goes on because, you know, once again, what else would it be? Meanwhile, off camera, I decided to make another arm just to save time, and that goes on later. I also stupidly made a foot like above the camera so you couldn't see it, so I'm just going to go from here. Seriously, it wasted like 2 minutes of recording time. Now, I did create legs for the feet, but due to the weight, it did get pushed up into the body. I'm not overly that bothered. In the picture you can see, you can't see legs, so. And with all that done, the arm goes in. I used wire to make sure it was in there properly. Just to make it a bit more stable, I blended it in with the body. As you can see in the picture, the horns are very triangular, and I just wanted to make them look a bit more realistic, so I rounded them out. And finally, with the horns in place, the tongue's about to go in. As you can see, this is starting to form into what is meant to be a Mixel, and I mean, that's what we were aiming for, so. I don't know why, but I wanted the tongue to look very wavy, and I changed it later, just before I baked it. Also, stuck the teeth in place, and that is ready to cook. And now, it's time for the reveal. Just remember, I did paint on the clay character off camera, so there's the Lego one. And finally, what you've been waiting for, my one. The monster. The one, the only. The Turk. If you're trying to go for a lifelike sort of clay character, I think it's best to use nail polish on the eye to make it look more realistic. You can see it shines very well. Now, on to the scary part.